Let's go.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing, like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense. That good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon. Big tax on my big spending. Big facts, no pretending. We back on the full sense.
yeah, hey, look what I got. New whip with no top. Cooking up no stove top. Ice cold, no snow drop. Big budget ass, big facts. Big money in the contract. Been running no contact. New record with the new tracks. Yeah, they been sending me new plaques. I don't really need new plaques.
I got hairy legs.
Big rock with the suplex. Yeah, new rock got a new flex. Yeah, I'm current, I'm a new trend.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, like I said, no new friends. We don't really need new friends.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred.
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Test. Testing. Is this mic on? Testing testicles. Oh, welcome everyone to episode 1867 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and y'all hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. And today's episode of the Sleazecast is brought to you, is sponsored by Everson K2 Flexin' on all you
Fucking
beaches.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer. The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
I see you, baby, in the back. Welcome to the Mancast. Welcome to the Daily Swole, your daily dose of knowledge cock. Drop a like button. Make sure you smash that like button if you're watching on YouTube. And of course, catch it every single day on Apple Podcasts and Spotify if you're not cool enough. If you're not cool enough to catch us live, I get it. You're out going to the gym, you're smashing, you're at work, you can't always tune in live, but we are always there for you, helping you make sick fucking gains every fucking day. Let's get this party started, shall we? We got a nut to bust in just a second, but make sure you drop in the comments down below. What'd you smash today? Did you go to the gym? Of course you did. Of course you did. Of course you got your pump on. Of course you laid it down. Make sure you drop in the comments down below what you smashed today. And of course, we got some awesome things going on right now over there at swolenormousx.com, fam. Round of applause for the Swole fam. You all are crushing it. I was all up in Swole text today and the Swole fam Telegram. You guys are crushing it. We got some awesome stories today. But if you are ready to take control of your health, if you are ready to crush not 1, not 2, not 3, 4, 5, or 6, but all 7 of your pillars, now is the time to join Swole Enormous X. Now is the time to join the Swole fam. Over there at swolenormousx.com, we have the Hot Swole Summer Special. Like I always say, it's not a hot girl summer. It's not a hot guy summer. And it's most fucking certainly not a hot fat girl summer. It's a hot swole summer. So go get your hot swole summer on over there at swolenormousx.com. Got 3-month, 6-month, and annual options available to make some sick fucking gains.
He's heating up!
Yow. That being said, let's talk about some of the new drops today. Of course, we have some awesome shows. If you are loving the Daily Swole, make sure you check out the Swolenormous audio experience, the Red, White, and Swole podcast, and the Swolenormous Procast, available wherever you're banging your ear holes to this amazing show. Check it out. They're all here in the pictures. They're in the description down below. If not yet, they will be later. If you're listening, they'll be in the show notes, but make sure you check it out. Just type in Swolenormous on your favorite podcast app. You can find it everywhere, all of them. It's fucking awesome. It's lit. We got some new clips. I love this. I love this thumbnail. What really influences your weight? Go check it out. It's on the Swolenormous channel. I know these clips. Look at that rage. Look at that face. The face only a mother could love. This clip is, oh my God. More of
That's
the
fucking bullshit.
Yeah, more of that weight stigma nonsense. But we got some great balls deep content today. We'll talk more about that. But check this out. This is available on the Swolenormous channel and a brand new clip today on the Daily Swole channel. How do you break bad eating habits? Good question. That's a good question. I was actually live on TikTok maybe about half an hour ago, and people were asking about binge eating. People were asking about sugar addiction, and we all have our own strategies. Of course, we talk about elimination diet. We talk about community and your environment and what you're surrounding yourself with, meditation, hydration, sleep. But let's do this. While we bust this nut open, while we get this party started, how did you break bad eating habits? What did you do? What was your methodology? Drop that in the comments down below. And we also have an amazing Father's Day special event. Look at that sexy guy. Which one am I talking about? Which one am I talking about? I don't know. Look at this guy. Look at my dad. Look at that. Look at that guy. Look at that little baby face. Aw, isn't he cute? We have a special Swole Fam Roundtable event coming up. The date and the time to be announced. It's going to be this weekend, probably Saturday or Sunday. But we do have Father's Day coming up. And I'm going to have Grandpapa Swolio on the roundtable. So make sure you're ready for that. Join today, swolenormousx.com, members only event. Make sure that you sign up and plug in. Get ready for that. It's going to be fucking awesome. It's going to be awesome. And that being said, you're all dropping your comments down below. We'll get into those in just a second. But fam, now we have a nut to bust. Freddie, bust this nut open. Fam, what'd you smash? Hey, drop in the comments. How did you break your bad eating habits? Unicorns, American flags, all that fucking shit, all valid. Drop that in the comments down below. Yeah. Freddie, take us away for the busting of the nut. Put some respect on it. Very nice. Very nice. Leo, get some help. You know, if you weren't such a raging alcoholic, you might have made it up on that door. You might have. Rose, let your alcoholic ass go because you're no good to anyone, Leo. Get some fucking help, for God's sake. That was a nice one to start the Mancast. That was off axis. I swear to God, if I get anything less than a fucking 9. That was solid. That was solid to the end. Good tone, consistent, good depth and girth. You could feel that. I could taste it. You can't taste it, but you can imagine what it tastes like. Bacon and ribeye, fucking amazing. Off the Richter scale. Are we fucking ready today for some Daily Swole? Are we ready? Hashtag 7 pillars for a chance to win today's Swole card. God, I am fucking...
He's heating up!
This is just getting started. I am ready. Ready. I'm ready for the big time, baby. Let's do it. Time for some tips, son. Babe, yeah. Just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. Oh, it's so cold, but it's so nice and warm inside. Just let me in a little bit, just a little bit. Come on. Come on.
I am the danger.
Just a taste. All right, let's get into the first post. Chastity, take us away.
What's in the box?
Come on, Swole fam, let's fucking go. Chastity, we got a question to start us off. Lifting after a massage. I'm behind on my program schedule. Normally, Wednesdays are a recovery day, but I was going to use it to catch up. But I have a massage booked. So how terrible is it to go after my massage? All right, so lifting after a massage, for me personally, I'm not a fan. You know, it's one thing if you're foam rolling, loosening up, you might have better blood flow, but at the same time, massage is such a relaxing and inhibiting thing to do. Not to mention, you may be dehydrated. Oftentimes, I've noticed that when I get deep tissue massage, it definitely mobilizes a lot of fluids, and you might not necessarily be primed for exercise. You won't know until you try it, but it's up to you. Personally, I would like to do a massage after. Sorry for the masseuse massaging a sweaty Papa Swolio, if that's the case. But personally, I like to do that kind of inhibition and massage or deep tissue after a workout, or if anything, earlier in the day. If you get the massage at 9 a.m. and you're going to lift at 8 o'clock at night, that's a good separation right before. You might love it. You might love it. But for me personally, it's not my thing. You all can drop your thoughts down below. So it's really a preference, but you can do it. You can do it. It's not going to kill you or anything, but just make sure you hydrate plenty. You maybe just get back on it tomorrow. Just use it as an active recovering day. Just my thought. All right, this one's from Erin Shvetti. Shvetti after a garage gym lifting workout here in Texas, the free state of Texas. The weather is brutal, but we're keeping going. Second week back at lifting after losing about 20 pounds, about 40 to go. Are we fucking getting on it? Nice, Erin. Get after it, girl. Fucking reps. Holy shit. That's what I'm talking about. Gwendol. The second one, 7 pillars received today across the ocean, faster than the first. That's what she said.
Is this a list of things I did to your mom last night?
It was a good surprise. Hashtag SwoleFam. Hashtag 7 pillars. What else? No thanks. No coffee. Really. Look at that fucking wall. I love it. If you're not watching this right now, this is Gwendol's Swole card wall. We got move forward, find balance, lift yourself, fill your cup. How is this helping me? Motivation. Oh, I like it. I like it. Daily choices matters. Take personal responsibility. These are fire. And of course, got the Swole fam and the 7 pillars card right there. That's a sick fucking wall. That looks like my wall. That looks like my old wall. And like I mentioned in the accountability meeting, I am going to put cards on the wall. I might actually start doing that tonight. Tonight might be the night where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start putting these cards up. I want to put a lot of these old cards up, and I need to fill up these walls. It's about time. It's about time. Looking fire, Gwendol. Keep it up. I love it. I love it. It really does help tremendously. And ooh, we got a beast of a post. All right, this one's from Jessica. Hey fam. So for the past few days, I was in Chicago for a friend's wedding. We just got home and I'm so ready to go back to focusing on myself again. When I was there, I know I wasn't getting enough sleep or eating enough. What I did eat was not the worst, salads and sandwiches, but it also was not my normal home-cooked meals that I have become so accustomed to eating. I tried really hard to not give in and go into vacation mode where I just eat whatever was in front of me. As for sleep, the few days that I was there, I found it really difficult to relax and get any sleep. My friend who was getting married didn't live in the greatest area. There were crackheads everywhere. Always a lovely experience. One of the nights, there was a drive-by shooting that happened 6 houses down from where we were at. All of it just had me on edge the entire time. I think every night I was there, I would get a total of 3 to 4 hours of sleep. On top of that, the bed was harder than the floor and my hips felt so out of place. To sum all this up and get to the point, I have never been more grateful for the Swollen Sevens. I didn't have a lot of time or energy to complete a full workout while I was there, so I found myself just doing multiple Swollen Sevens every day. It was easier for me to just take 7 minutes every now and then to go do that than it was for me to leave and do a workout for an hour. Before I left, I was in the middle of expansion week 4 in Swole Mastery, and I was wondering if I should just restart the week or pick up where I left off a few days ago. Or should I just start the entire expansion section over again? Let me know what you all think. Yo, Jessica, that's awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. And that's right. They do call it Chirac. They do call it Chirac for a reason, because of the crime and the shootings. Anyway, let's get into today. So first off, that's amazing. You're using the Swollen 7s exactly as designed. They're there to make sure that you are able to stay consistent and you can do a workout anytime, anywhere, with any type of equipment, zero equipment, anything. You have access to it. If you're in the middle of expansion week 4, it's Swole Mastery. I would just say go and just start the week over again. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think you need to start the entire section over again. But if anything, you can always adjust and, make those kinds of calls on the fly. Sounds like you stayed on top of it. I don't know how long you were away. For the past few days, you're fine. You might want to just start the week over again, but I wouldn't say you have to go back and start an entire section over again. I would just pick up where you left off and see how you're feeling. You might just feel a little bit rusty because you weren't getting sleep. Make sure you're recovering, you're hydrating enough. And that's a lot of stress too. If you're not sleeping, you're getting, not to mention the reason why you weren't sleeping. The bed sucked, so it wasn't quality sleep anyway. You were stressed out. You were anxious because there's shootings and there's crime, and you're in a heightened state of stress. So extra brain gains, some yoga, good night's sleep, and then you can restart that week. I would say is nothing wrong with that. So just use your best judgment, but just make sure you're getting that recovery in and resetting. That's brutal. Brutality. All right, we got one more, and this is from Swole Text. I thought this was awesome. This one's from Jordan, so here we go. Jordan says, smash some kettlebells, some excellent kettlebells last night. Today is recovery and yoga. Loving this lifestyle, Papa. You and the fam have changed my life so much. 2 years ago, I was spending every night playing video games and stuffing my face with shit food. Now, night and day. Whole single ingredient foods to fuel my body enough to get my shit done and keep going. I've been really struggling mentally lately. I keep relentlessly pushing forward, but the grind on the brain is a very real struggle. Daily brain gains help. I was ready for hunger to be sore, to feel beat up. I was not prepared for the mental toll I would have to pay. Consistency won out. It will improve, I'm sure of it. Jordan, that's some fucking fire. It is time. Time to make America swole, fam. And the Swole fam. And the Swole fam is doing just that. Awesome, Jordan. I appreciate the feedback. Trying to get to as many Swole texts as possible, but that is fucking awesome. Fam, let's get some more gorillas. Everyone pound your chest. Pinch your nips a little bit. Let them know what's up. If you're brand new or you're just tuning in now, the card today, #7pillars, will give that away at the end of today's episode. Now, what are the 7 pillars? I get a lot of questions. What are the 7 pillars? I'll pop them up on the side of the screen here. The 7 pillars are community, nutrition, training, recovery, mobility, mindfulness, and consistency. Now, you can download your copy of the 7 pillars at the top of the page over there at swolenormousx.com, right there at the top of the page. Now, why is it important to follow the 7 pillars? What's the purpose of the 7 pillars? Well, the purpose is to make sure to give you something actionable, to simplify, to narrow down, to create the lowest common denominator. Okay? Actionable. Things that you can take action on. Most people are worried about higher level stuff. Most people worry. Anxiety are things that you're worrying about that you can't really control oftentimes. And it's amazing. It's shocking when I answer questions, when I take Ask Papa Solio questions, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's here, whether it's on Swole Text or the Telegram. A lot of people just get wrapped up in other things that they can control or things that aren't really going to impact themselves or impact their results the most. Either you're worried about goals that are too far out, you're focusing on irrational long-term goals rather than the things that you can handle today, rather than the things that you can take action on today. It's exceptionally important to focus on the things that you can control, because you can't do anything about the things that you can't control, pretty much by definition. So if you are focusing on these aspects of your lifestyle and you are doing them properly, and you understand why you're doing them. You're doing them for the right reasons. You understand what community means. You understand what your environment means and how that impacts you. You understand nutrition, food quality is paramount. Number one, top priority. You understand that training. What training protocols are you doing? What's the purpose of your training? I get questions today on TikTok. Hey, Papa Swole, what are your thoughts about running every day? I don't know. I don't do it. Like, what do you want me to say? What are my thoughts on it? I have no thoughts. What's the context? What do you want the outcome to be? Are you trying to get big and ripped? Then no, I don't think it's a good idea. It's not going to get you closer to your goal. There's other factors there too, but in other words, what do you want the outcome to be? And are you doing the right things? Do you have the right inputs? Do you have the right inputs? And most times people don't. They think that exercise is exercise just because they're doing some HIIT workout or they went to the gym. Oh, good for you. You went to the fucking gym. I'm so happy for you. Now do it again tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day and the fucking next day and the next week and the next week and the next week and the next month and the next month and the next year and the next year. Like, you are putting this kind of effort in every single day. Now, that doesn't mean that you're training heavy every day. Doesn't mean you're maxing out every day. Doesn't mean you're lifting every day. But it means that you're laying it down. You're doing active recovery. You are adjusting. You're progressively overloading your body. Understand that to get results, you have to be eating a certain way, training a certain way, all of these things without getting injured, because that's a setback. So you have to make sure you're pushing yourself, but not pushing yourself too hard, right? That you have to make sure you're pushing yourself and you're not falling short of the amount of overload that's required for you to stimulate growth. So you have to be sleeping properly. You have to be giving yourself enough time between subsequent workouts. You have to make sure that you are hydrating enough, practicing your yoga so you have good mobility. So you are not putting your joints or your tendons or ligaments at risk for overuse injuries or for acute injuries. Practice your brain gains meditation so you can be more present. That's one of the major things that people lose sight of when they are approaching their nutrition. Understand, I'll put these pillars back up on the screen, that these are all supporting one another. So mindfulness, someone asked me today on the TikTok live, what's one of the best ways? How do I stop my binge eating? And one of the ways that you can stop binge eating, it's not just, snap your fingers and all of a sudden you're done. But if you are more present, if you're practicing your brain gains meditation and you are more present in the moment, a lot of what binge eating is mindless eating. You're sitting there watching TV, nervous eating, anxiety eating, coping eating. If you're more present from moment to moment because of your daily brain gains practice, you are going to be able to catch these triggers and catch these feelings and catch these situations before they lead you down a hole of just stuffing face. Not to mention, you combine that pillar number 6 with pillar number 1, community, and your environment, mowing your lawn. Community is also what you keep in your environment. If you don't have those shit foods in your environment, if you're not hanging around shitty people that are always trying to get you to eat crap and bring you down to their level, and you're living in the present moment and you're actually conscious of what your actions are doing, it's going to help you tremendously. Not to mention sleep, not to mention hydration, mitigating those sugar crashes, not feeding into these addictions. Exceptionally important. That's why the card today is 7 pillars. And that's why it's the fucking 7 pillars every day. And like I mentioned before at the beginning of this cast, you can download your copy of the 7 pillars over there at swolenormousx.com. Right there at the red bar, top of the page, you get the Beyond Pillars ebook, Beyond 7 Pillars ebook. You get the 7 pillars themselves, and you get the 7 pillars audiobook. So 3 ways to bang your eye holes and your ear holes with that amazing knowledge cock. The 7 pillars are legit. They are the foundational principles that the Swole fam follows to make sure we're crushing life every single day. So drop that in the comments down below. What have the 7 pillars done for you with your results, with your fitness, with your life? Everyone applies them differently. Everyone has a different mindset, but what have they done for you? And honestly, for me, it just contextualizes it into nice bullet points, nice targets that you can fucking hit. Pillar 1, boom. It's very straightforward. Pillar 2, boom. Pillar 3, bam. 4, bam, bam, bam. And of course, pillar 7, perhaps the most important one, is consistency. So you could do the first 6 pillars, but if you're not consistent, then what, you're doing it every other week? You're doing it a couple days a week, but not the other days? Consistency is arguably the most important because you could do great once in a while, but you want to be doing that every day. So consistency is the key right there. So drop that in the comments down below. Let's take some questions too. We got some from Instagram. We'll take some live. And let's take some questions. So drop your thoughts. If you have questions, drop it in the comments down below with the hashtag AskPapaSwolio. Happy to answer a couple questions. We had great ones yesterday. Let's take the first one. Let's take the first one here from McCully Tracy on Instagram. Papa Swolio, how many hours of sleep do you try to get each night? I like to sleep until, I don't like getting up too late. I like to sleep until I wake up. I don't necessarily try to get a certain amount of sleep. I just try to sleep until I wake up unless I need to get up at a certain time for an appointment or for a call or something like that. But I generally get, I would say I generally get the average amount of sleep, 6 to 8 hours. I think it depends on my intensity of training. Depends on a bunch of things, but obviously, if I'm training hard regularly a couple days in a row, I'm going to need some more repair. I'm going to need some more sleep. Just one thing that I make sure to do is to keep the room blacked out. I like a cold room. I like a dark room, blackout curtains. I try not to eat too late in terms of tons of sugar late at night. I like that magnesium supplement Calm that I take in the evening. That's really good for muscle cramps. It's good for electrolytes, good to help calm the body and calm the nerves and sleep well. I like to do the sauna, which helps me sleep really well at night. So it's not just about the length of sleep, it's about the quality of sleep, which is probably more important than the actual length of the sleep, but they're both important, but it's important to make sure that you're getting quality sleep as well. Let's take a couple. If you got questions, you could drop them in the comments below. And let's actually take a couple comments here about the 7 pillars. Let's see here. Bass Bunny Love, I am new, but having a community of like-minded people is huge. Agreed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Matthew, sleep and recovery is a tough one for me. I tend to lose track while I keep my head down and grind. It's awareness that makes me realize I need more rest so I don't burn out. Right on. And that's another reason why mindfulness brain gains is so important, because it helps you be aware. So well said, well said. Annika, hello. It's helped me focus on my lifestyle, an easier way to help my swimming and health consistently improve. Hashtag 7 pillars. Hell yeah. Let's see. Booger Bubble. I love this approach when I first heard it because lists have become very helpful for me. Helps to mentally check 7 pillars off. Agreed. You need to make sure that it's simple. And that's one of my favorite cards. I have it right over here in so many aspects of my life. I have a card right here on the monitor, my left monitor. Simplify and amplify. Simplify your life and amplify. Narrow it down, distill it. My favorite quote, perfection is not achieved when there's nothing more to add, but when there's nothing left to take away. It's my favorite quote. Always be whittling down, narrow things down, condense, reorganize, reshape. Don't be afraid to change things up and adapt and adjust. As you change through your life, as you go through your life, you're going to become a different person. Your body's going to have different stresses. Your body's going to be exposed over years to different types of training. I train differently now than I did 10 years ago. And I train differently now than I did 20 years ago. I train differently now than I did a year ago. I train differently now than I did 6 months ago. Okay, I'm always looking to adapt, and I always adjust and tweak things as needed. Let's see here. Patrick, 7 pillars help in every aspect of life, not just the most important, health and longevity, but work, home life, love life, and all that. Ooh, sexy time. Sexy time. We like that. Like that. Oh. Everyone likes a good old knowledge cock. Am I right? Am I right, Patrick? No? No? Only one? No,
Come
just
on,
me?
Man.
Sorry, Grandpa. All right, RV. The 7 pillars provide me the structure I need to make sick fucking gains in all aspects of my life. Let's fucking go.
Oh, you can.
60% of the time.
Let's fucking
it works
go.
every time.
Let's go.
That doesn't make sense.
Jennifer, 7 pillars remind me why I am making myself better, and it lets me help make others better. Indeed. Fucking love it. All right, let's take some more questions too. If you got questions live, drop in the comments below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. This one's from Raggedy Girl. Ragged. It's like with a T though. Raggedy Girl. All right, I'll take it. How do you split your muscle groups during a typical week for training? A couple different ways. I usually either go from a push-pull legs, like a 3 or 4 day split. I kind of go back and forth between a 3 or 4 day split. Sometimes if I'm a little bit sore everywhere, or I want to work out, but I don't want to do a super heavy workout focused, I'll do a kettlebell workout and kind of see where it takes me. But I like chest. I'll say I usually like chest and biceps, back and triceps and legs. And then I'll have another day for shoulders and or arms or kettlebell work. So I kind of just go with the flow day to day and see what I feel. I usually try to separate back days with legs. I'm not a big fan of doing back and legs back to back, because when you're doing legs, a lot of times, especially if you're doing squats or something, it's brutal if you do back the day before. For example, let's say you do deadlifts on a back day. Yeah, you don't want to do deadlifts and then do legs the next day, or vice versa. Do legs and you do deadlifts the next day. So you usually want a day or two rest between. So not my preference to do legs and back on consecutive days. I usually like to split that up a little bit. So just my personal take on it. So I do like chest and biceps. I do like back and triceps. I like shoulders and arms. I do like push-pull legs. I also do like chest and triceps, chest, back and biceps. But personally, I prefer chest and biceps because I like supersets. I don't like doing all of chest and then trying to add in some triceps, right? I don't like stopping chest to do triceps. I like to just crush until I'm done. And I love supersets because it's efficient. You keep it moving. And I'll be honest, it's great. It's great to do chest and biceps because the biceps, getting a nice pump on the front of your arm, is great for doing chest. And it's great for doing, it's great to complement that elbow extension. So I do like complementing the joint a little bit. And when you're doing, if you remember from, I don't think it was the last masterclass, but the one before, when we're talking about the shoulder joint and the shoulder girdle, remember, fam, how I was talking about the long head of the triceps is the only head of the triceps that crosses the shoulder joint. So back actually pairs up really nicely with triceps because you get that long head and you're able to kind of fatigue that whole area on the same day. So it doesn't mean you can't do all chest first and then biceps. But personally, I would start off with chest and then kind of filter in some biceps kind of halfway through and overlap them a little bit and maybe finish off with just some like higher rep push-ups and burnout with my last few sets of biceps. So that's a nice kind of combination. There's different ways to do it, but that's one of my favorites. I also like chest and back. So another great one is chest and back, legs and arms. That's a great way to do it. Chest and back, legs and arms. And I know I just said I don't like to do back on the same day as, or back to back with legs. So you can do chest and back, arms, and then legs, or do chest, back, arms, rest day, legs. Usually a 3 to 4 day split is good, but I definitely don't restrict myself into a 7 day cycle. That's pretty arbitrary. The schedule and the way humans create the calendar is just for organization. So we don't go insane and create some kind of order in a world of chaos where we don't know what the fuck we're doing here. We don't know what life is all about. We don't know where we are or what the hell the earth is or a simulation or anything like that. So it's some kind of human order so we don't go nuts. We have to create some kind of order in our society. So going on a 7 day cycle is pretty arbitrary. There's no reason why you can't do an 8 day cycle or a 9 day cycle. So as long as you're getting your workouts in a few days, cool. Then take a day off and then repeat. If you want 2 days off and you do yoga those 2 days, cool. Then you do them in 2 days. That's it. It's all good. It's all good. LOL, my cats have gathered to listen to Papa preach it. That's what I'm fucking talking about. What's up, kitties? What's up? How we doing? All the kitties are around. Papa, I'm just a pussy magnet. You know what I'm saying?
The little rascal has
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The Daily Swole is the real deal. It's the real deal, fam. We're not fucking around. It's hump day, baby. It's hump day. We got a sexy beach and a swole card to give away. Fucking fire. Ain't that right, Freddy? Ain't that right, baby doll? Drop that hashtag down below. 7 pillars. Motherfuckers. Oh my fucking God. I knew it. I knew it. ERYKBRZ. Papa Soy, what are your opinions on intermittent fasting? Fuck. I knew we're going to get an intermittent fasting question today. What do you think about people's opinions against it? If you're against intermittent fasting, you're an idiot. All that means is you're not eating nonstop all day long. Now, I will say that intermittent fasting isn't ideal for bulking because you need a lot of opportunities to get those calories in. You're not going to be able to eat 6 meals a day intermittent fasting. That's going to be brutal. It's hard to bulk as it is. You're going to need that time for all those calories. Who's against intermittent fasting? Who's against stuff? Who's against not eating all day long? I guess the fat acceptance people. Well, that's internalized fat phobia. You're just trying to be in a smaller body. All that nonsense. Intermittent fasting is great. Stop stuffing your face all day. It's not necessary. What else do you eat besides beef liver? What kind of question is that? I eat lots of things besides beef liver. Grass-fed beef. I like strip steaks. I like skirt steaks. I like ribeyes. I like pastured eggs. I like sweet potatoes. I like white rice. I like bacon. I like fruit. I love mangoes. Oh, I love some fucking mangoes. I eat a lot of delicious foods. A lot of yum-yums. A lot of yum-yums. Patrick Papasolio, is confusing your muscles by constantly changing workouts a myth in your experience? Muscle confusion was a term coined by P90X, interestingly enough, because I did work with that company. But it's called adaptation. It's called an alarm reaction and adaptation. So there's really no such thing as like the muscles don't get confused. Like, oh my God, what's going on here? It's a new stimulus. This is another reason why it's harder to build muscle and it's harder to create that stimulus, that fresh stimulus as you get older, just because your body has experienced so many different types of training. But this is the same thing as if you only do dumbbells all the time. You only do dumbbell bench. You only do dumbbells. Let's say you only do dumbbells. And then all of a sudden you just pivot to doing barbells. You're doing the same things. You're doing incline bench. Let's say you always did incline dumbbell. Now you're doing incline barbell. And then you're doing barbell rows rather than dumbbell rows because it's a different mechanical stress. It's a different neurological load. Your grip position is different. So it's a little bit different stress. You might get really sore just because it's a new stress. But if you're always mixing it up and always doing these different exercises, it's much harder. That threshold to create that stimulus, it becomes much more challenging, especially as you get towards your genetic limit with muscle growth and all those types of things. That's combined with nutrition and other aspects of your training. So you can definitely do it, but I don't recommend constantly changing your workouts. If you're constantly changing your workouts and you're not giving your body enough time to adapt, this is why most people complicate things and try to do every exercise under the sun. They go to do chest day and they'll do 8 different exercises. Unnecessary. You only need a couple exercises. I personally love doing workouts where I do one exercise for 20 or 30 sets. I just crush one exercise until I can't even lift my arms. There's great ways to switch it up and to mix it up. There's exercise order. These are all acute variables. You can Google it. There's exercise order, exercise selection. There's the frequency of your training, subsequent workouts. There's the rest periods. Going from 3 minutes rest to 2 minutes rest to 30 seconds rest will change your workout dramatically. The tempo of your lifting. There's just so many different variables that you can tweak without even changing the exercise. You can just move them around, change up the rep scheme, change up the rest periods. It's very basic. Biceps, it's a curl. You're flexing your elbow. Oh, you can put your arms over here for a preacher. Oh, you can do an incline curl and put your arms a little bit further back. Yeah, those are all a little subtle, but nothing's going to supersede just fucking grabbing a bar and curling that shit. But negatives, make sure you are focusing on the negatives. That's where you're building muscle. That's where you're getting sore from, the negatives. Make sure you're not swinging and dropping the weight down. Make sure you really focus on those negatives. All right. Oh, nice. Fucking nice. All right. Oh my God. That's a long, okay, here we go. Bum, bum, bum. All right, here we go. We got one from Omer Marciano. Papa Swole, what do you think about the use of collagen? Collagen is very important. When you say the use of collagen, it's important for you to consume the collagen. For example, there are quality collagen supplements out there, like Vital Proteins makes a collagen supplement. You could also get that in the Amazon store with the ancestral supplements. You can take the pills, the collagen. You can also drink bone broth. For example, if you're eating a New York strip steak, grass-fed strip steak, make sure you're eating the fatty connective tissue on the ends. Don't forget that fat. Don't avoid that connective tissue. You need to cook the steak properly, sear it, all that good stuff. Eat that shit. That is the connective tissue that's going to help you with your cartilage, with your ligaments, with your tendons. That's the freaking gold right there. People cut that shit off. It's criminal. Make sure you're eating that stuff. So collagen's amazing. You need collagen. The manner in which you get your collagen can vary, but daddy likes collagen. All right. Hayden Hollister. Hayden Hollister. If there was ever a fucking whiter name out there, ha ha ha, like it. Hayden Hollister. Just came fresh off from, I just got back from yachting. Just come back from yachting. Just kidding, Hayden. Thoughts on eggs. I like eggs. Now, there's a couple things that I will say about eggs. Make sure you're getting, if you can, organic pastured eggs. If you get them local from a farm, that's great too. So some people have egg allergies. It's actually pretty common to have an egg allergy. So test it out. Some of you are going to be able to handle eggs better than others. Personally, I get a little gassy. Wait, settle. Hold on. Hold your fucking nips. I'm not done yet. I get a little gassy if I have over easy. I love over easy eggs, sunny side up, whatever. That's my favorite. But sometimes it gives me a little bit of, the wah, wah. I don't have that issue with scrambled eggs. Lightly scrambled, like soft scrambled. So I like that. So it could just be a little bit of the fats or whatever, the yolk, maybe one of the things in the yolk, just cooking a little bit. Maybe it neutralizes the sulfur or whatever a little bit more. I don't know. But I do like eggs. So that's just a little heads up. It could be the way you prepare them. All right. It could be. So for example, having hard boiled will definitely hard boiled tends to give me a little acid reflux, and the same thing. So I do prefer a soft, kind of like the yolks are still a little bit, wet. I like a soft scramble. And I've noticed that that's a lot better. So you might want to try different ways of preparation. Don't just write off eggs. Maybe it could just be the way you prepare them, or it could be the quality too. Make sure you're getting eggs, pasture-raised eggs. Make sure they're, if you're getting chicken, all these things, no soy. You don't want them fucking eating soy and all that shit. Fucking soy. You don't want to be a soy boy. No soy boy, Hayden. No soy boy. Okay. Here's a good one. We'll end on this one for right now. We'll go into balls deep. From Genre Leap. Does Mama Swolio ever come see what you're screaming at during reaction videos? No, that's pretty fun.
Yow.
Does she ever come see? No, she knows. Number one, she doesn't come over. If she hears me yelling, if I'm recording, she doesn't interfere at all. She doesn't come anywhere near this, because I'll fucking rage. I'll go fucking Papa Swole lays some smack down. Mama Swole wants none of that smoke. I think I heard her at the door. Shh. No, I'm kidding. No, she doesn't come in and see. She's used to it. She is used to it. She's used to it. Poor girl. Mama Swolio. Fam, it is time to go balls deep. I'm excited. Remember, #7pillars for a chance to win today's Swole card. Make sure you drop that in the comments down below. Freddie, I know you're excited. Fam, make sure that you're also subscribed, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Take a moment right now. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button right fucking now. It helps a ton. Share the podcast with your friends. Send them over to swolenormousx.com because we have the Hot Swole Summer Special going on right now. But remember, you can catch the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you like to bang your ear holes. You can find Papa Swole and the Fam. You can find the Daily Swole everywhere. And of course, live every day on YouTube, the Daily Swole channel. And again, swolenormousx.com to download your copy of the 7 Pillars and also to jump on that Hot Swole Summer Special. But for right now, this time, right now, fam, guess what's about to happen? About to go balls deep. hip.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's deep.
How dare
You have no idea how deep it is, Greta, and you'll probably never know. Thank God. All right, we got some balls deep action. Are you ready, fam? Are you ready?
How shall we fuck off, oh Lord?
I got hairy legs.
No one needs to know about your leg hair status, Joe, but thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Fam, are you ready? Are you ready? Our first story today, or our first post. We got a little short post here. Let me see what this is. Let's give this a look. Drum roll, fam. Shit post time.
What's in the box?
KSNL box. All right, let's see here. All right, here's just some text. Let's see where this comes from. Quote, amazing moment in Gen Z world remaking. With my kid at the doctor's office, nurse asks them to step on the scale and they say no thanks and blithely walk on to the examination room. You can do that? I marvel. Quote, yeah, I saw it on TikTok. Weight and health is super sus anyway.
Matt Damon.
All right, anyone that says super sus should be slapped in the fucking face. If you're a mother and your kid says the word sus, slap them. That's one of the few that's legal, by the way. You can backhand, you can Indiana Jones backhand slap your fucking kid if they use the word sus. I give you permission. I'm not saying there won't be consequences or you won't end up on Twitter or some shit, but slap them across the fucking face. Just backhand Indiana Jones punch. You fucking yow. They just say no thanks. Bruh, if I was a doctor and someone didn't step on the scale, I'm like, how can I help you? How can I give you any kind of insight if I don't have fucking know about your body weight? That's an important thing to do. That's an important thing to know. If you're losing weight rapidly, that could be a huge issue, or weight gain. And I love how the mother or the parent here is like, you can do that. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. And I love how the doctors or wherever, they didn't even push back on it because they didn't want to end up on TikTok or end up on front page of CNN or some shit. This is fucking ridiculous. If I was ever a doctor and someone didn't want to get weighed, I'm like, okay, you can go get another opinion because I'm not going to give you medical guidance here if you're not going to fucking do as I say. It's my office. I am the medical professional. If I want to weigh you, I'm going to fucking weigh you. If you don't want to get weighed, it's like I'm taking on a client and they're like, I'm going to train. I've had this happen before when I used to train clients. I'm going to train, but I just want to help with the training. I'm not going to be eating differently. I eat, blah, blah, on the weekends. I'm like, I'm not working with you. I'm not just training you to help. I'm not a glorified spotter. If you don't want to put in the fucking work and get results, then go find a trainer that doesn't give a shit. Don't waste my time. I hate those fucking people. Lazy assholes that don't want to put in the work and be like, oh, well, just spot me in this. Fine. Most people do that anyway, but at least pretend like you're going to try. At least pretend you're going to try. God, your kid sucks, by the way. Sorry to hear that. Your kid sucks. He sucks, or she sucks. All right.
What's in the box?
What else we got here? All right. Breaking news. The U.S. Olympic contender blames her pork burrito for positive doping test.
That's fucking bullshit.
How many of you heard this story? She showed up positive and then she blamed a burrito. Okay. The burrito was purchased from a authentic Mexican food truck near the athlete's home. Yeah. I'm sure it was the burrito. Does she have red hair? Well, that gives you the answer right there. An American Olympic runner has blamed a pork burrito for a positive doping test that led to a 4-year ban from competing in international sports, including the Tokyo Games this summer. After she learned of the ban on Friday, the athlete Shelby Houlihan said the burrito she had 10 hours before her December urine test probably caused her to test positive for nandrolone, a performance-enhancing steroid.
Matt Damon.
The 4-year... Okay. Pause. She tested positive for a performance-enhancing steroid and blamed a burrito. If that was the case, you would think like, Mexicans would be absolutely fucking yoked. Yo, can you imagine? You go to Mexico for vacation, you're lifting, just eating burritos all the time, and now you just come back just swole as fuck. I don't know what's been going on. All I do is lift weights and eat burritos all day long. Jesus Christ. That's what happens when you eat burritos, fam. Don't do it. The 4-year ban means Houlihan, a former Olympian who holds the U.S. record in the 1,500 and 5,000 meters, will be forced to sit out at the Tokyo Olympics as well as the 2024 Paris Games. In a Tuesday post on Instagram, she said she had never even heard of nandrolone, yet the cook at the Mexican taco cart knows, until she was told of her test result last week. That's a pretty good sting operation though, right? If you're trying to sabotage her, you're like, okay, bring her to the burrito cart. We're going to inject the burrito. Is that even how it works? You eat the burrito. I guess you could have it be oral. I'm sure. I'm not a steroids expert by any stretch. Like, I guess you just drop it in there, just put it in there, just stuff it in there. I got to hear more about this though. I didn't read the story yet. She said that nandrolone can be found in pork, especially pig offal, which is the organs, and the source of the steroid in her system most likely came from the burrito she bought at an authentic Mexican food truck near her house in Beaverton, Oregon. I guess if they're injecting the pork, I guess it's possible, right? If you're giving the animals a lot of like steroids, you're trying to jack them up before you slaughter them. It could be if you're getting real low quality. I don't know. It doesn't sound like something they would inject in a in a pig though. The athlete claimed that her levels of nandrolone were consistent with subjects in studies who were tested 10 hours after eating this source. But she said her defense was unfairly dismissed by the World Anti-Doping Agency. Imagine if she's correct, if she's right. You know, she's just getting railroaded. Quote, I did everything I could to prove my innocence. I passed a polygraph test. Yeah, but those don't count. I had my hair sampled by one of the world's foremost toxicologists. Though WADA agreed, WADA is the World Anti-Doping Agency, while they agreed with Houlihan that there was no buildup of nandrolone in her system, proven by a negative test taken 5 weeks later, a single positive test could still lead to a ban. Can you imagine if she really... That's brutal. That's tough. All right, let's see here. This is a curious story. The Athletics Integrity Unit, doesn't sound woke. The regulatory body that issued the ban said she violated the World Anti-Doping Code, which states that it's athletes' personal duty to ensure that no prohibited substance enters their body. Nandrolone is an anabolic steroid. When prescribed, it can be used for testosterone replacement therapy and treatment of HIV wasting syndrome, the involuntary weight loss seen in people with HIV. Anabolic steroids are sometimes taken to increase muscle mass and improve an athlete's performance. Doping regulations have thus prohibited nandrolone for over 20 years.
I arrive in America's airport with clothing, US dollars, and a jar of gypsy tears to protect me from AIDS.
That's because she didn't have a jar of gypsy tears. Everybody knows if you're going to the Olympics, if you're doing international travel, if you are preparing for the performance of a lifetime, don't leave your gypsy tears at home. That's just not a good fucking move. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. There's nothing else to say about that, except for this. A study founded by the World Anti-Doping Agency or Association, I forget what the A stands for at the end. The organization that issued the ban recognized that trace amounts of nandrolone can be found in pork, no shit, and can be detected in human urine samples if consumed. The positive test left Houlihan completely devastated, lost, broken, angry, confused, and betrayed by the very sport that I've loved and poured myself into just to see how good I was, she said. She said she would fight to prove her innocence. During a press conference on Monday, Houlihan's attorney, Paul Green, implored the WADA to report that the positive result as an atypical finding and to test Houlihan again and not to ruin an innocent athlete based on one abnormal result. Green said that he was considering appealing the result to the Swiss Federal Tribunal. This sounds intense, like the Inquisition or something. In the past, there have been similar cases of athletes being suspended for traces of banned steroids found in certain meats. Oh, make sure you're getting good fucking sources. Just for completion, let's just follow the last part here just for totality. In February, Kenyan distance runner James Kibet got banned from the sport for 4 years after testing positive for nandrolone. Kibet or Kibit, admitted to the doping violation, but he also suggested the steroid could have entered his body through pork meat. Well, fucking hell. That's why this bacon's so damn good. Similarly, the Athletics Integrity Unit said it was his personal duty to ensure he didn't ingest any prohibited substance. Hey, if you're competing at a high level, I guess ditch the pork. In October 2019, Thai badminton star Ratchanok Intanon, all right, who cares? You play badminton, get the fuck out of here, was cleared of doping violations after testing positive for clenbuterol, a substance that was linked to meat she ate at a barbecue restaurant. Badminton. I know. If you look at competitive badminton, it's like, wow, that's impressive. But anything at a high level is impressive. But come on. I'm sorry. I got to.
Matt Damon. How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
Leave the pork. Just get another serving of hobo's dick cheese. Trust me, there's no nandrolone in hobo's dick cheese. There's not much nutrition at all, but it is salty. It is salty and a little bit sour and sweet. A little bit sweet. Just a little hint. Little bit hint. You know, it balances itself out, but that's neither here nor there. All right, fam, we have some Tumblr trash. Tumblr trash. When's the last time we got some Tumblr trash? What, 2 days ago? 3 days ago? Anyway, let's see what we got here. Garlicky, indeed, Jennifer. Indeed. Nothing like some good old sack. All right. Here we go. Let's see. Tumblr's the worst. Quote, here's the post. It's been said many times, but we can only achieve equality for fat people when thin people are willing to and actively working toward giving up the advantages, social capital, and privilege that comes with their thinness. Anytime you hear the word privilege, you can just pretty much check out. And in a society where thinness might feel like all someone has, especially a person who is already marginalized in other ways, that can feel like an impossible task. Here we go. We got all the social justice infinity stones down here. Hashtag fat liberation, fat acceptance, fat equality, fat phobia, fat. What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that word? What the fuck is that word? What's Fatmisia? What the fuck is that word? No.
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
What is that word? Someone Google that. What is that suffix? Missia? Fatmisia. What the fuck? That's a new one. That just stopped me in my tracks. Someone Google that and figure that out. Someone do a search on that. Is that a new race? It's not moving too fast. Haha, get it?
Come on, man. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
I know the thing. You can't remember what you did fucking 5 minutes ago. Hashtag thin privilege. Hashtag privilege. Got to get both privilege in there. Hashtag thinness. It means fat phobia. Well, that's redundant. You put hashtag fat phobia and hashtag fatmisia. No one is searching fatmisia. I know what the fuck that is. Let's look at the shit post for a second. Let's go back up here. Right here in the paragraph, in the parentheses, it says, especially a person who is already marginalized in other ways. You know, intersectionality needs to go jump off a cliff because these are people that are trying to be marginalized. They're actively trying to race to the bottom rung of the ladder. The more check boxes that you can check off of that victimhood status, the more you can check off, the more of the victim you are, the more marginalized. In other words, if you don't know what intersectionality or what the marginalized means, imagine like, okay, let's say you're gay. Okay. You're trans. Now you're black trans, or you're black trans and you're handicapped or handicapable, whatever you want to say. All right. So like the more victim cards that you can put or that you can check off, or just look at these profiles, right? You got your pronouns, you got your flags, you got all the fucking hashtags. You know, the more you can check off, the more of a victim you are, the more social points you have, the more you can complain, the more people feel sorry for you. It's pathetic. It really is pathetic. Okay. Facts on facts. Let's see. MN says, okay, the suffix missia means hatred towards something. So fat hatred. All right. Well, you're still stupid. Not you, but the person typing that is still dumb. Let's see. We got one more.
What's in the box?
All right.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
All right, let's see what this absolute train wreck is. It's an Instagram story. There's a lot of text here, so I feel like this is going to hurt tremendously, so we'll do our best. Okay, here we go. me.
He's on fire!
Me. Okay. Do, le, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, swole. Your friendly reminder that posting workout videos are inherently fat-phobic and feeds into the idea that thinness, often disguised as fitness, is acquired through hard work. Okay.
Matt Damon.
First paragraph, I'll keep on reading because I promise to read through and then rage later. It's really hard. All of that is a lie. Health, again, disguised as fitness, is a political issue. Of course it is. Health is a community issue. Individualizing health unrealistically demands individuals to compensate for the lack of state intervention to ensure the health of the community. And therefore helps the state get away with not having more welfare policies to protect the health of everyone. Working out to be healthy can be your choice, but using it as a substitute to structural issues of community health is not just problematic, it's being apolitical. Skip your workout and read about anti-fatness that is institutionalized in our neoliberal economy.
Matt Damon.
I'll tell you what.
Go fuck yourself.
All right. Anti-fatness, that's the same thing as anti-racist. You're just fat-phobic yourself. You're just having trouble losing weight and you're frustrated because you're not happy with your own life. So you'd rather play the victim to get love and attention rather than take responsibility and make the necessary lifestyle changes to see progress. So you're creating this fucking anti-everyone else narrative because you're hateful and spiteful and jealous. And that's usually how it works out. You're focusing too much on what other people are doing rather than your own personal shortcomings and failures. And it's okay to have failures. It's okay to have shortcomings. We all do. But obviously, if you are complaining, if you are blaming, whatever the fuck you're blaming, I'm not going to go break this apart because it's absolutely nonsensical. Okay? Fitness is definitely acquired through hard work and consistency. Just because the poster doesn't want to do any hard work, just because the poster doesn't want to change their lifestyle habits, doesn't mean it's easy for everyone else to do. Has nothing to look. There's whatever that middle paragraph says, who gives a shit? It's word salad. It's nonsense. It's just virtue signaling bullshit. But anything anti-fatness, you're fat phobic. You're fat phobic, and the person that's posting this is so fat phobic that they hate themselves. And because they hate themselves so much, they've alienated everyone around them because they're so negative about their own shortcomings. So what do? They project it outwards and complain, crying wolf, ow, 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 I'm hurting. Oh my God, it's everyone else. Ow, everyone's so mean to me. It's society. It's systemic. It's the larger bodies. They're everywhere. It's the boogeyman. It's systemic oppression. And this culture is giving them an arm around the shoulder and telling them, oh, it's going to be okay. You're right. Everyone's mean. Everyone's bad. It's because of helicopter parenting and this fucking woke bullshit that's infiltrated our schools for the last several decades. Fucking brutal. It's brutal. Literally raising and educating a bunch of massive fucking pussies. And that's not a misogynist comment. That's the word pussy to define someone who's a fucking pussy. This is bad. This is bad. This is where we're at. This is where we're at in our country. This is where we're at in our world. It's not even our country anymore. It's the world because the internet has pretty much made one country, essentially, one society almost. For the most part, right? Mostly the United States. This is just a fucking poison that's spreading, this victim bullshit. So this is what we've created. This is what we've forged. This is what we've built. This is what we've educated. Absolute train wreck. Absolute train wreck. Like just the fact that there's this much written about complaining about why they are not happy with their own life. If you're a happy person, you're taking care of your health, You would not come up with this. This is manifested garbage. This is manifested nonsense. Think of all the word linguistic gymnastics someone had to put together to write sentences like this. Look at this fucking sentence. This fucking sentence here. Health is a political issue. Health is a community issue. Individualizing health unrealistically demands individuals to compensate for the lack of state intervention to ensure the health of the community. What does that have to do with you not taking care of your health? What does that have to do with you playing the victim? What does that have to do with your life? How does that affect you? What are you doing about it? Complaining on Instagram stories? Spreading bullshit? Just making stuff up? Problem is, we have thousands of students being educated with bullshit. And what happens when they have $150,000 in debt with a bullshit fucking woke degree? There's no jobs for that. Oh, wait, they're going to build them. They're going to create them at your workplace. And they're going to be, I don't know, they're going to be what racial advisors at your company, critical race theory, all this bullshit that they're going to be pumping down your throats. They have to create some jobs and give people some of this work. Otherwise, they're just going to sit at home and get their stimmy checks because their degrees are worthless. They have no skills and they're taught to just complain. They're taught ideological garbage in school and they're graduating with worthless degrees and debt and they're angry about it. I don't blame them. They've been lied to and twisted and just fucking scammed. Universities are more or less a scam across the board. The educational system and the institutions are fucking rotten from the core. It's bad. It's bad. Yeah, human systems. Give me a fucking break. Give me that's a bullshit name they give to try to justify a nice salary. Yeah, fit people don't complain. Fit people aren't complaining like this. You know why? Because they're busy getting it done. Most people that take care of their health, guess why they're not complaining online? Oh, because they have jobs. Oh, because they actually are in the gym doing it. Oh, that makes sense. They don't have time to go post fucking paragraphs typed out in an Instagram story because they're actually putting in work. Oh, very nice. Bass Bunny, what are your thoughts, fam? Drop in the comments. Bass Bunny Love. Seriously want to homeschool my kid because the world has gone stupid. Then later he can go to trade school. If I have a kid, there's absolutely no fucking way in hell I am putting that child through public school systems or absolutely homeschool. Absolutely 100%. Fuck that shit. Oh my God. Ricardo, so me posting my IG story of my jujitsu workouts is fat phobic. Oh, absolutely. That's as fat phobic as it gets. Or it's Fatmisia. Fatmisia? How about Swolemisia? Was it fear of being swole? Swole phobic? They're swole phobic. That's what they are. They're swole phobic. Those people. Jennifer W. These people are the unhappiest people out there. They're lying to themselves to make themselves feel better. They're definitely unhappy. They're lying to themselves. They're lying to themselves to get attention and love. If you're playing the victim, some people are going to reach out. There's always those helpers out there where the people like, oh, it's okay. You're welcome here. Like you're beautiful just the way you are. You're wonderful. You're strong. You're a proud individual. You are living bravely. You're living your truth. You're so brave. You go, girl. You go, queen. Yes, queen. Yes, queen. Yeah.
Matt Damon.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Let's see here. Two types of people, Booger Bubble. People getting shit done and people bitching about the people getting shit done. Oh. Truth. Kate, yes, constant victim cards being played. I can't stand anyone anymore. These young kids coming up are deplorable. Line them up and line them up and euthanize. I don't know about that.
Come on, man.
You're joking, Kate, huh? Okay. All right. Easy there.
I like to caress rusty spoon.
I didn't say that. But I hear you. Euthanize. Let's see here. Ricardo, I'm a school teacher, special ed. Special ed, we actually teach them life skills, saving money, eating healthy, and finding a job. Skills not being taught in general ed. Basically, special ed is best. You're teaching them how to save money, how to eat healthy, and find a job. That's better. That's better than the actual main education system. I mean, teach people a skill. You go through college. No joke. I went through high school, went through college. They don't teach you how to do taxes. If you take the right courses, you might learn something about it. But how about application? Just actual doing it. Do you need all the education? Do you need to take months and semesters of economics to learn how to do your fucking taxes? No. You need to understand, what do you put in line 6? Oh, you subtract that from line 8? Oh, okay. Well, what categorizes as this? Oh, you can write that off? Oh, you can do this? They don't teach you that shit. Why would they? They don't want you to know how to save money. They don't want you to know how to succeed in the system. That's the whole point of education, is not to teach you those fucking things. So you become a good factory worker. And you go and you punch in, you punch out, you nod, you say, okay. And you just take this inflation up the fucking ass. They don't want to teach you how to get ahead. It's nonsense. Fucking nonsense. Jennifer, if I was a mom, I'd be such a tiger mom. Feisty.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
Jennifer's getting feisty. Free birth control for the woke. Oh, they're already not having kids. I guess thankfully so, but we're gonna be an endangered species because this next generation is just all whacked out. Not to mention you have the socialist movements. Everyone's trying to break apart the nuclear family, don't have kids, pro-abortion. You can make the argument in freedom of choice, X, Y, and Z, but there's a lot of active, it's getting pretty vile, the eradication of the family. And of course, and here's the thing, when you have shitty money, when there's no value, there's nothing backing it up, when it's completely rotten from the inside out, ever since it went off the gold standard, there's no time. So two parents have to work a job or two each just to barely get by, let alone even try to buy a house, let alone even have a kid with after school activities and have 2 cars and have insurance and have a life insurance policy and health insurance and have a pet and have food on the fucking table. It's like you don't have any money. And if you're a husband and a wife and you're working, not to mention we can do daycare. And if you don't have daycare, okay, you got to put them in public because you don't have time, right? You're not home. You're both working full-time jobs. So how many people have enough money for a nanny at home? Give me a break. You go to daycare. Okay. You put them in public school. Oh, well, they're at school. Well, they're getting indoctrinated in public school. Okay. They're being brainwashed in public school. So it's like, you're fucked. A lot of families can't do homeschooling because they both have to work to just get by. It used to be 40, 50, 60 years ago where the husband or wife, the husband can have, this is not like, women's rights, men's rights. It doesn't matter. One parent, let's say the husband, classically the father, has a job. The mother is staying home, taking care of the kids, raising the children, teaching them, educating them. The father comes home, that whole thing. You have a house, you have a car, you have a dog, you have 2 or 3 kids, you have a family, on one salary. How many people can do that today? You need to be fucking making bank to do that shit. For one parent, for one person to bring in that much to cover everything and be comfortable, you're talking legit over 6 figures. No question about it. I mean, maybe like an apartment or something. It depends on your area, but living expenses, where can you do that? You'd have to probably make an easy, $150 a year, $150,000, to be a single if you want to have a house and the whole thing. It depends on where you live, X, Y, and Z, but you get it. You know what I'm saying? Brutal. Yeah. Cerny, it's going to all come crashing down. Stupid never wins. I've seen it happen more than once in my lifetime. Well, this is already, they already won. They already won. So this kind of woke bullshit is integrated everywhere. The problem is you can't suck out the poison when that's what's systemic. It's everywhere. It's in every institution. It's in the mainstream media. It's in every university. It's in the businesses because now those woke jackoffs are in the businesses and they're making it up through the ranks. And guess who's going to be the next generation of politicians? It's going to be rough. I mean, the United States is so segmented as it is. You have to pick a state that's actually it's very individualized. So it's not so much, oh, United States, sure, but it's a little more balkanized than ever before. So that's why Florida is like a separate country. Texas is like a separate country. And that's the way it's going to go. You're going to have the red states and you're going to have the blue states. You're going to have the states that are more authoritarian, lock things down, vaccine passports, abolishing the police, high crime rates and destitute poverty and fucking ridiculous woke nonsense. And you're going to have other states that are living free and open market capitalism and doing just fine and not doing anything stupid and inane and out of control. This is what's going to happen. So move to a free place. Move to a free place. I mean, I'm just glad. I'm grateful that I live in Florida. I'm grateful I live down in Florida where sanity still reigns supreme. Like everyone's got their head screwed on straight. And of course, DeSantis is crushing it. And, you might not have known about him before or liked him before. Who cares? It's all about the policies you're implementing. And I don't consider myself one side or the other. I like logic and common sense. I don't care who you want to vote for, but don't be an idiot. Don't be an idiot. Most people don't, and most people are not educated enough. They don't know their history, or they forget their history, or they want to ignore it, or they think it's never going to happen here. We're all humans. Humans during World War II, those are the same humans as today. World War I, World War II, these are all humans. It wasn't that long ago. My grandfather passed a few years ago. He was in World War II. He remembers that shit. Okay? Same humans around today. The same humans are around today. It can absolutely happen here. It can absolutely happen today. It's happening in other countries right now. You got shit like that in China and North Korea. There's genocides and atrocities around the world. But America is so bad. It's so evil. It's so systemically racist. That's nonsense. This is the most free country on the fucking planet. This is the most racial equality on the fucking planet. But it's so evil. It's so bad. Making progress. This is getting better. Everyone's getting more and more opportunities, getting better and better every year. It doesn't happen overnight. This is the best society that's ever existed. It's going down. It's going down. It's going we're on the back nine in many ways. So let's not be dumb people. Let's not ruin this great American experiment, please. Thank you. I'm sure that's going to do a lot, but come on now. Pedro, Governor Abbott is also going to Santas lately. Remove restrictions on gun carry, finishing the wall, and when fully open like Florida with no vid deaths in 2 months. Good man. Danielle, Bass Bunny Love, I live in liberal Connecticut. I freaking wish we had DeSantis. I grew up in Connecticut. I wouldn't want to go back, especially now, but it's nice up there in some places, but hell no. I didn't like the snow 6 months out of the year, 7 months. I need sun. So I moved down here, 16 years ago? Down in Florida? 16 years at this point? Let's see here. All right. Ridiculous, fam. Ridiculous nonsense. All right. That being said, make sure you subscribe to Daily Swole, Apple Podcast, Spotify, anywhere you like to bang your ear holes. And fam, there's nothing better than the Swole fam. Make sure you check out the Hot Swole Summer Special over there at swolenormousx.com. And don't forget that over there at swolenormousx.com, you can also download your copy of the 7 Pillars. If thou hast never downloaded it, make sure you go and download your copy of the 7 Pillars today. Go and check it out. Again, swolenormousx.com. One more time, swolenormousx.com. Hey-o.
Hello, baby.
Very nice.
I'm your huckleberry. That's just my game.
All right. Today's Swole card. 7 fucking pillars. 7 pillars. It's not easy. It's not easy to get those 7 pillars done as a fam. It's not easy. It's not easy to have a sexy beach like that staring at you. The 7 pillars are important. Nay, the 7 pillars are essential. And today, for today's podcast, it's my great honor to award today's Swole card to Jessica from Inside the Swole Fam. From our Swole Fam post earlier, this post was fucking lit. So everyone, congratulations to Jessica. It must be so. Talk about going through some shit and staying focused. If Jessica can stay focused with her fitness, with drive-bys, with shootings, with barely getting sleep while traveling, Jessica is literally, she is the poster child for what the Swollen Sevens are for, what you need to do in order to stay focused and stay consistent against all odds and get right back onto it. So we're very proud of you, Jessica. I know it's not easy, but you'll be back on it in no time. Everyone, make sure that you go to the private Facebook group and comment on Jessica's post. Give her some biceps and gorillas and let her know that she won today's Swole card. Jessica, if you're listening, send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 1867 in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email. That's fucking absolute fire.
USA, greatest country in the world.
That being said, fam, check out swolenormousx.com for the Hot Swole Summer Special. But we have a nut to close. Falcon, take us the motherfuck away. Thank you, Freddie. Very nicely done. Very nicely done.
You are looking rather splendid this evening.
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
This house is a fucking prison on planet bullshit in the galaxy of this sucks camel dicks.
Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night.
Congratulations. Fucking awesome.
Wow.
Hadouken!
Thank you so much, fam, for joining me for episode 1867 of the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleececast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. Well, we all flex our biceps, don't we? Got some sexy beast right there, Freddie. I know. One hand. Mama didn't raise no fool. Fucking goddamn nailed it.
Boom shakalaka!
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand.
Not yet.
And it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn, that turn blonde in the sun. And the kid used to come up and reach in and pull and rub my leg down.
Boom shakalaka!
Watch the hair come back up again.
Fucking creep.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there like a little lady in a race car. We choose truth over facts.
Oh, I'm about to bust. Hold on. Gonna show you I almost showed you my swole face. Oh. All right. Before this gets really inappropriate, fam, you all are awesome. Congratulations, Jessica. I know you just showed up live, so congratulations. Fam, tomorrow we got another amazing episode. We fucking crushed it today. Tomorrow, 1868. Be there, be square. Again, SoulNormousX.com for the Hot Swole Summer Special. Don't you fucking miss out on that. I swear. If you don't join the full, don't miss out. Just don't miss out. Go check it out. And we'll see you tomorrow for episode 1868. Peace, McGee's. Deuce, Magoose. Your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint chill. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element.